study of the Levitical priesthood, we oftentimes hear how they have been done away with. Why would we get rid of something or some people that we vitally need the most? Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-minute Torah, day number 4, the Torah portion Bamidbar in the wilderness. Let's go to Bamidbar, Numbers, chapter number 3, and begin reading with verse 5. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Bring the tribe of Levi near, and set them before Aaron the priest, and they shall serve him. And shall guard his duty and the duty of all the congregation before the tent of appointment to do the service of the dwelling place. They shall guard all the furnishings of the tent of appointment, and the duty of the children of Israel to do the service of the dwelling place. You shall give the Levites to Aaron and to his sons, and they are given to him from among the children of Israel. And appoint Aaron and his sons, and they shall guard their priesthood, and the stranger who comes near shall be put to death. Let's read a little further. Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Now look, I myself have taken the Levites from among the children of Israel instead of every firstborn who opens the womb among the children of Israel, and the Levites shall be mine. Because all the firstborn are mine. On the day I struck all the firstborn in the land of Mitzrayim, I set apart to myself all the firstborn in Israel, both man and beast. They are mine. I am Yahweh. Why this connection then to Mitzrayim? What's being detailed to us is the connection between two priesthoods. And there's a lot of controversial teachings that have been done. It's almost, I pause to say this, but it's almost anti-Semitic, some of the teaching that has been offered, in that there is a desire to replace the Levitical priesthood, that Yah says, I have chosen them. They belong to me. They are mine. I selected them personally. To replace this priesthood with what is a previously referenced priesthood, the Melchizedek, or more commonly called Melchizedek priesthood. And so people will take you to 1 Peter chapter 2, verses 9 and 10, where we all are referenced as a royal priesthood, referencing the idea of the Melchizedek priesthood. Melech meaning king, Sadiq meaning set apart one or righteous one. So the kingly righteous priesthood, or the kingly priesthood of the righteousness of Yah. And so we would elevate then ourselves as being, well, we were here first, and ours is a superior priesthood because Yeshua is, according to the book of Hebrews, the high priest of the Melchizedek order. Therefore, we are more superior than to the Levites, and therefore they're no longer necessary because we've been raised up again. You're not finding that in the Torah. It's not there. And that is a misconstruing of what Kepha and the writer of Hebrews would be trying to teach us. Let's put this more in a proper balance then. Yah has assigned the Levitical family, of which there are 3 divisions, particular missions and purposes. Generally speaking, it is detailed for us here, is that they enable service to the priesthood, the Kohanim. All Kohanim, all priests, are Levites. Not all Levites are priests. All Virginians are Americans, but not all Americans are Virginians, sad to say. So then, understanding that the Aaronic family, the sons of Aaron, are the Kohanim, the priests. The Levites are the Levites. They are given to assist in the work of the dwelling place as Aaron would assign them. But nonetheless, Yah says, I have chosen this particular family for these purposes. In addition to general assignments given, the Gershonites from the family of Gershon, they were to carry the tapestries, the veils, and the curtains. From the family of Kohath, the Kohathites were to carry the furnishings, such as the ark, the altar, the menorah, the table of the bread of his presence. For the family of Merari, the Merarites were to carry the sockets, the beams, the cords, the bars, the pegs, and the cords. Each one had a particular role, that when the tabernacle, the Mishkan, was disassembled, each of these families knew when it was that they were to come and take up what belongs to their burden and carry them. And then together they would move the Mishkan following the cloud until the cloud stopped, and then they would begin to do their function of reassembling what it was that they carried. So this was a very strategic and important role. They helped to move the presence of Yah. And wherever there has been a move of Yah in the earth, you need Levitical guard to make sure that it is set apart and maintains that set apartness. The Levites were encamped around the perimeter of the tabernacle for two purposes. One was to prevent the general encampment of the other tribes from trying to rush the presence of the Most High and invade the linen curtain wall. They were there to protect Yah from glory hounds and glory seekers. But they were there also to prevent the wrath of Yah's glory breaking out and running rampant through the camp as well. How did they do that? Well, positionally by their encampment, but more importantly, because they taught the Torah. They instructed the people how to be set apart. Part of the mission of the Levites was to teach what is clean and unclean, set apartness. Now, their role is important enough, and it's linked here to the firstborn being redeemed in Mitzrayim for a very important purpose. The priesthood of the Melchizedek order was that of the firstborn male of each family. Yah says, I redeemed them in Mitzrayim and brought them out. Originally, that was to be the function. Israel was to have a multi-tribal priesthood. They failed in that, and Yah selected the Levites instead. That's his prerogative, his choice. Didn't ask for our permission, didn't ask our opinion, didn't need it. The Levites then were to replace the firstborn man for man throughout all of Israel. This is important enough that Yah does it exactly so. And so we find that there was in the census 22,273 firstborn males in Israel. That's at the end of this chapter. There were 22,000 men 1 month old and above among the Levites. There needed to be a Levite to represent each of the firstborn of the Melchizedek order priesthood, man for man. That meant that there were 273 firstborn men among the camp that had no Levitical representation. Yah says, that's good enough, don't worry about it, we're close. No, that's not what he said. He said that those who were not represented, those 273 men, needed to pay 5 shekels of silver apiece to the treasury of the tabernacle. That is, that they would then be represented and ransomed. This Levitical priesthood is important. Do not disparage it. Do not speak against it. This is Yah's selection. It's vitally important. And thank you, Father, for the role of the Levites, for they enable us to know how to worship, how to understand clean and unclean, and how to walk upright before you. We'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, shalom.